When you have a low blood sugar reaction, usually you can tell by the symptoms such as sweating, paler, you have this anxiety feeling. Sometimes you are hungry and you have a pounding heart, and you can go and look for some sugar. The recommendation is that you treat it gently. Use 15 grams of carbohydrate if you feel like such, and check your sugars if you can before you treat yourself. Make sure the symptoms come along with a low blood sugar that's detected on the glucometer, on the meter. If you have that value, you use half a cup of an orange juice, half a cup of an apple juice, which is about 15 grams of carbohydrate. 15 minutes later, if you're not feeling better, you go ahead and drink the other half. Another 15 grams of carbohydrate. Half a juice, half a cup of juice of orange or apple. And therefore, your sugar should come back up in about half an hour and you should feel well. Now, sometimes if you have a need to exercise, to move, to run, to change a tire, for example, and you will be sweating, so it's an unplanned, unprogrammed exercise, you should have access to sugar tablets, and you should carry them in your purse. You should carry them with you in your car, because obviously you haven't planned on that exercise, but you will have to spend some energy. You will have to burn some sugar, and you can have a low blood sugar reaction. And at the same time, if you don't have the sugar next to you, and if you don't have access to some, lifesavers or sugar tablets or any other of the commercially available sugar-rich products. If you are having symptoms of low blood sugar reactions and you're actually vomiting, you're unable to drink half a cup of juice, you're unable to swallow anything, including tablets of sugar, because you can aspirate, you can go into the wrong pipe, you can get that into your lung. That's very dangerous. Or if you are in a seizure because you've gone through hypoglycemia, you've gone through the low blood sugar reaction and you haven't covered it quick enough and you're going into coma, you should have somebody in the household learn how to inject the antidote for insulin, which is glucagon. You should have somebody at work or at school learn how to inject under the skin, preferably, or also in the muscle, this glucagon, which is available through Lilly, which is a pharmaceutical company, in a vial, a powder, and mixing with a diluent, which is a water type, and injecting would make the sugar come back up rather quick. It's called the antidote for insulin. So if you're having low blood sugar reactions and you can't get to some food, to some drink that will cover the low blood sugar, or because you're vomiting or because you have no access, and if somebody at work or in school has the ability, knows how to use the glucagon, you should use the glucagon immediately. Because this is very important. Low blood sugar is as bad as the time, not so much as how low it is. If, for example, you have 40 milligrams per deciliter for about 5 minutes, for about an hour, you will have more brain damage than if you have a 20 milligrams for 5 minutes. In other words, you must have a long time of low blood sugar, not so much the value, the number. So I think this is very important that you act very fast to correct the blood sugar so that you don't get sequelae, you don't get complications later on. This is very important. Use the antidote if you can't get to some food or to some juice immediately. And if you lose your conscience, obviously someone else is going to have to help.